on? You're tuned into the On The Beat podcast. Make sure you follow us on IG at onthebeat.podcast. This is your boy Super Mario, and you're tuned in to the On The Beat podcast. Let's go. Yeah, you on the beat, talking on the beat, learning on the beat, watching on the beat. Get your skills up, won't you listen up? Yeah, you tuned in live, yeah, you on the beat. The Beat Podcast. On the Beat Podcast. On the Beat Podcast. On the Beat Podcast. Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Super Mario. You tuned into the On The Beat Podcast show. Hey, man, we got a show for you guys. We're going to talk about producers today, you know what I'm saying? And how producers and artists work together. And how artists really on the cool fuck over producers. We're going to keep shit real today in this episode, man. So I hope I got your attention today because I'm going to allow an OG producer from basically Houston, Texas, Louisiana, whatnot, you know what I'm saying, explain his side and his thoughts. Then I'm gonna give my thoughts on it or whatnot. And I could be first one to let you know we all have played the fool in the producer community about the topic of hand. So I hope you guys are ready to get into that. But before that, man, how are you guys doing, man? I'm coming off of a vacation and everything like that, and it was very good. Went down to Florida and everything like that. Went east of the Mississippi, man. Visited, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. The only state I didn't touch around the Gulf Coast area was Georgia, man. But definitely enjoyed myself. Think I had a little bit of that COVID-19, man. I lost my taste buds and my sense of smell for a couple of days, man. So I shook back, man, taking BC powder and goodies. Give y'all a little insight, man. Take aspirin. It really helps the COVID-19 symptoms that you do have or whatnot. You can shake back really, really good off of that, man. So make sure you guys, y'all staying masked up though, man. Wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, and keep your social distancing, man. It'll definitely help out. But if you do come into contact with someone, it only takes a second, man, and you can get it. And it depends on your immune system and how it behaves to COVID-19. And, you can shake it off however you possibly can, man. So I just wanted to say that, man, y'all stay safe out there because it is real. We got people walking around with COVID-19 and they really don't know, man, because I did not know, and I did not go get a test for personal reasons. I'm not getting into nobody's database for them to put a chip in me later on down the road. You understand what I'm saying? But I am keeping myself healthy and preventative. And I hope you guys are doing that as well, man. We're going to get up on here, man, and we're going to give a shout out to Jack's Creative Media. I got my fresh tee on, just got out of finishing up a 6-hour wedding. We just shot a wedding for that, man. Go follow us at Jack's Creative Jack's Creative Media on Instagram at Jack's Creative Media. Shout out to Rich's Toy Box, ROI. Those two Instagram handles are our sponsors for this show. At Rich's Toy Box, ROI, and also at Jack's Creative Media, man. Make sure you go follow those guys right there. Make sure you follow at onthebeat.podcast. We definitely, have treats for you guys, and we always inviting business professionals on, business owners, preferably black business owners, and also, music professionals, artists, producers. We want you to come on and, get your promoting on, man. And it's definitely a good platform, man, because podcast is the future. There's not going to be any more FM or AM radio stations for you guys to promote. So definitely use the social media platform, especially our podcast community. We get you heard, and we ain't even trying to hit you in the head. I know my podcast platform is entirely free for you guys, man. So take advantage of that, man. We're going to go ahead and get into the topic, man. Producers, know your worth. Do not let an artist punk you. That's what we want to talk about today, man. Now, the OG producer that I was talking about, his name is Mr. Lee. You don't know who Mr. Lee is? He's a very well-respected producer here in the Houston, Texas area, Dallas, Texas, basically over the whole goddamn state. of Texas, and also he's known throughout Louisiana as well, man. Very respected OG producer, and he tell it like it is. I had the pleasures to work with him side by side with him on a internet radio station a few years back, and for those few weeks, man, it was definitely a pleasure, and learned a lot from his wisdom and the game that he spits out, and he definitely give you guys free game. So go ahead and go follow him on Instagram at Mr. Lee713. I want to play a clip from him, man, because he dropped some gems a day ago. He dropped some motherfucking gems a day ago about producers working with artists. And all I could do is say, well, hey, man, that's all I could do when I listened to this clip. And I want to play it back. I'm going to play about a few minutes of it, and then I'm going to give my insight on it. But I had to raise my hand, and I played the fool a lot of times. And a lot of times, us producers at the bottom of the totem pole, we do things where we try to fit in and get in as much as possible. But at the same time, we're at a point right now at this time, and how technology and the music industry and the music producer community has evolved so much, we don't need no motherfucking artists, bro. You know what I'm saying? Music is gonna come, but we don't need no artists. So what I'm about to play you, it needs to stick up here and understand it or whatnot. And you need to know your worth. And what Mr. Lee is about to tell you is all about producers knowing your worth. You can fall back and take it all in, but understand what it all that you have to do and what all you have out there to offer for you, or what's out there for you to offer. You know what I'm saying? Producers, we don't need artists nowadays. And there's a lot of other artists out there that's about their shit. I'm gonna go ahead and play this audio for you guys, let you check it out. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. Let Mr. Lee talk.
Man, this shit, it just drives me crazy when I'm on this shit. And I've assisted people's careers for years. And I do this shit, and everybody that know me, that really know me, know I do music because I love it. I don't really do it for clout. I don't clout chase for no music. I don't do it for no other reason. But if you're a producer, I want you to take this in mind. And if you're a rapper, a singer, or anybody executive, and you are doing business, I want you to put this on your mind and let this play around in your mind. When a rapper comes to a studio to work with another artist and they want a verse from him, if they don't have a swap out or something happening, then they got to come with that bread. I've never seen an artist that would come in the studio with another person and drop a verse and leave and let them listen to it, ride around with it for weeks, months, days, years, whatever it is. I've never seen a rapper that will actually go in the studio and rap a verse and let somebody just ride around with it without paying them or getting a mutual understanding on what y'all trading for this verse. And I'm saying that to say this. If you are a producer, a music producer, and you providing a service for somebody, and the artist take your music and they record to it and they sat down with it and they do all of this extra shit with your music and they just rapping on your shit and holding on to it for months, days, weeks, year, whatever it is, then that's money that you are unable to make. And there's no business being discussed about it. Not an advancement on a deposit or anything. And that's why a lot of this shit get all crossed up with rappers getting mad at producers when they sell beats that they rapped on. Or they be like, I had a song to that record, but man, dude sold my beat. No, he didn't sell your beat. You failed to pay for it. You didn't secure it. I want to challenge all producers to stop giving y'all fucking music away. Stop going to studio sessions with people and doing work with them and not getting compensated for it. That's crazy. If you go in the studio and you give a person a track, if you make a track for a motherfucker in the studio and you're not getting paid for it, and you walk out of that motherfucking empty-handed with no type of discussion on no money, then you playing yourself. You can't get mad at the rapper for not paying you because you ain't handling your business and you're not conducting business. You cannot keep going into these studios and working and been put on some shit to where you gotta wait to see if a motherfucker gonna use it or not, but they rapping on it and holding your music up. Or you spending your time fucking around and then you gotta wait months and months before you get paid. That shit is equal to working a 9-to-5 job at Walmart or CVS when you allow a person to hold on to your music for months and years and you don't get paid for it. The record labels are exploiting this shit now, and the artists are doing it too, and it's because it's allowed and the behavior is being accepted for these people to do this shit. So PSA motherfuckers out there with my name in your mouth, you know why it's in your mouth. If I do work for you and you don't pay me my motherfucking money, I'm gonna get my money out you. You might not like the way I collect it, but I'm gonna get it. And that's why you gonna hear my name in your mouth. I'm not gonna sit around here and have a motherfucker displaying my music all on Instagram, social medias, rapping to it and getting a vibe from people with it, and you ain't gave me no deposit or nothing. And then when I ask you about it, you stop answering your phone, or you trying to treat me like I'm some type of entry-level ass nigga. I'm not gonna do that ever in life. My nigga Dez just checked in and he'll tell you I'm about my money 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And it is, and that's what it is. A nigga can get mad when I start conducting business with you, and you want to get mad and talk shit about a nigga and all of that kind of shit. That's cool. Go ahead and do it. At the end of the day, I'm finna collect my bread up out you. Period. If you owe me some bread, I'm getting it out you. If we got some business, you ain't handling your business with me, I'm gonna handle it. We're gonna handle it. I ain't got to get on the internet, talk and say shit about you and blast y'all and put all your business on the street. I ain't no hoe ass nigga like.
So what Mr. Lee was talking about, I'm gonna pause it right quick. So what Mr. Lee was talking about is he's gonna get his bread up out you. Producers, you have the power to get your bread about somebody, man, or whatnot. It's not really about, you know what I'm saying, upfront money all the time, people. And I may be talking to my low totem pole producers and beat makers or whatnot, man. What Mr. D is talking about is that paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Going back and knowing that you own this music that these motherfuckers going around exploiting. That's basically what he's talking about. So if you was to make a beat for anybody and you give it out there and they out there getting it or whatever, and they start making some revenue off of it, you have the power, you have the rights to go after what's yours or whatnot, man. So that's basically what he's talking about. But like he's saying, you have to establish your worth before you actually go knee deep in with these producers in the studio and start working with them, man. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there and pause that audio right quick, man. Understanding that you still own your shit. If ain't nothing been discussed, but hey, let's get in the studio and work, finished product out there, woo woo, get money, woo woo type of shit. You still own that shit, man. Don't let these assholes fucking tell you anything else. You still own that shit. He make money. If you got the money to get lawyered up and go to court with the shit, sue him for everything he got, do your damn thing. But that's what Mr. Lee is talking about, man. We're gonna keep this ball rolling, man. We'll see what else the OG is talking about. Let go.
That I don't operate that way. So a lot of these niggas be bumping their shit and talking and saying this and saying that. It's cool. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to handle my business with you. If I put you in a situation and you don't take advantage of it and I cut it off, you can't get mad at me. Be mad at yourself. Be mad at your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got niggas that I fuck with and I've been fucking with for 20 plus years and I'm solid with them. And I'm always be solid with them because they solid with me. But you try to pull that whole shit with me, like my nigga Pimp C say, you gonna smell my motherfucking cologne. And you might not like what it is. And that's just what it is. We gotta stop. Producers out there, y'all new niggas, the upcoming motherfuckers out there, hold your motherfucking nuts and stop being weak and letting these motherfuckers run off with your music and hold it for months and don't discuss no business with you. Get an understanding about what you finna get paid before you get out there doing work, and then you don't receive what you're supposed to receive from these people because there's no business being discussed. Because the minute you try to conduct some business and they feel like there was no business being discussed at the beginning, then they're gonna feel like you on some whole shit. Oh man, you on some whole shit, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna use this song yet. Well, my nigga, if you don't know if you're gonna use it yet, don't rap on the motherfucker. If you don't know if you're gonna use it yet and you wanna hold on to that motherfucker, drop a deposit on it. You can't go in the studio, in a commercial studio, and rap and do all of this shit and walk out of that motherfucker without paying your tab. You can't get a song mixed from a motherfucker without paying them. So what makes you think that you can get in the studio with a producer and don't give him no money? That shit don't work that way. If you make an agreement with somebody on some business, handle that business. If you ain't gonna handle it, don't fuck with it. Because when the motherfuckers start getting business with you or try to collect, like me, I'm gonna collect mine. One way or the other. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna do no lip wrestling with you. I'm not gonna bash you. If I see I'm shaking your hand, I'm gonna do all of that shit. But if you owe me some bread, I got to have it. In the midst of being in the creative space in the studio, you never go in the studio without understanding what the pay is gonna be for what you're getting ready to do. If you're gonna make a beat for somebody and it's custom made for them, surely you should be able to get paid after you get through making the beat because you made it for them. But see, the way the status quo is treating this shit, you can get in there and make a beat for a motherfucker and it's custom made for them, and you sat there and you worked and made that beat especially for them. And they sit in there, write to it and rap to it and everything else. Then you leave out. If they get a song that's jamming harder than that, then I would say, man, you know what, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I don't think we're gonna use that, bro. So, you know, man, you can sell that shit to somebody else or whatever you want to do. That's fake shit. My nigga, you can make a phone call and get a Lee beat for nothing, D-Boss. You already know that. That's how this shit be, man. The lack of business when it comes to producers is at an all-time low in this industry right now. Producers are the lowest people on the totem pole. When you see people like, what's the nigga name? I think Metro might have said some shit about this shit, or some other people that would just be ranting on the motherfucking line talking about their bread and how they ain't getting paid for shit and different shit like that. That ain't how that shit's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? You can't be fucking around with no business with people and not handling it. It's like me doing the Blue Laces 2 record. Just to give y'all some insight on this shit and just to show you the type of respect that my nigga had for me. Rest in peace, my nephew Nipsey. Nipsey ain't fuck with me with that shit until he was ready. And he know that the check was gonna get cut and that I was gonna be able to get my business handled. That's why I came in at the end of the album and did the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, he already know how I operate from the gate. That I had to do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people need to understand the value of the people that you're working with, and then understand the power that you have to build them up. Rappers are the rap genre is the only industry, and the only in the industry of this music that you have a rapper that would start out with a producer that get him hot and then run off and start fucking with a wish list of niggas that he want to fuck with because he want to eat they motherfucking balls because he's a fan. That's stupid shit. You don't see it in the gospel shit. You don't see it in nothing else. I remember my partner Drew, he managed me off and on. He had a lot of business for me for life. That's pretty much what it is. He always gonna be involved with me. Drew had bumped into Kurt Franklin, and he was telling Kurt Franklin that he was working with me. And Kurt Franklin was like, yeah, I know who Mr. Lee is and all of that good shit. And Kurt Franklin hit his ass with, man, you know, but I got my own niggas that I've been working with for years. And that I'm, you know, that's who I continue to work with all the time. I got my own crew of people I work with. Rock industry the same way. Pop industry pretty much the same way. But you get in this rap shit and you get a motherfucker hot, niggas run off and start getting budget and spending that shit with motherfuckers they don't even know. And the minute they fall off and the shit don't go right, them niggas they chunked all that bread to, don't even answer the phone no more.
Oh,
you stupid motherfuckers.
Oh, let me stop OG right there. Let me stop OG. Yeah, man. Let's talk about a couple of things, man. You can go check out the rest of that video. I'm at the halfway point on that video, but it's on Mr. Lee's Instagram page, and it was he posted that live video a day ago, and it's titled "Alert" with 3 exclamation marks. And you definitely can go check that video out right there. Let's talk about working in the studio with artists, producers, beat makers, us motherfuckers at the bottom of the totem pole. We have to understand and we have to know what our worth is. You understand what I'm saying? We have to understand that, you know what I'm saying, anytime we work and do some things or whatnot, we have to know that we got to get compensated somehow, some way, you know what I'm saying? And what Mr. Lee was talking about is not always trying to collect an actual dollar, you know what I'm saying, from artists. But understand, hey, artists, you know what I'm saying, when you work with a producer and y'all working on a song to go out for streaming. Now, times has changed since I got into music business. I got into music business in the early 2000s. And, you know what I'm saying, I have seen it evolve from the old school way. Like, I got in right when the old school way was being obsoleted and being deleted out, and we was going into this new form of things or whatnot. And now here we are with streaming. So I'm speaking on, 2020 times. All right, cool deal. So streaming and stuff like that, producers, if you're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying, what we gonna do about the money, the compensation for the record, you know what I'm saying, that I am producing for you or whatnot, or you go and get it, you know what I'm saying. Producers, you have that right to talk about compensation. Talk about compensation. What are you gonna get back? If you need an upfront deposit, talk about it. If you need to get paid enough money for somewhat of a small advancement, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We got all these agreements out here you can get. Use the agreement. Talk about, hey, man, look, I can lease this beat to you for $20, $30, $40, $50, you know what I'm saying, for X amount of time or X amount of sales. And after these amount of sales, you need to run that bread some more, or, you know what I'm saying, you need to get paid on the back end. Now, getting paid on the back end is kind of like, you know what I'm saying, having your shit registered with ASCAP, BMI, SoundScan, whatever it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Get registered on these PROs. These, get registered on these PROs. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what PROs is basically, you know, saying how you would collect money as it stream on the internet, you know what I'm saying, and why all these artists are, you know what I'm saying, running their numbers up or whatnot is because they're getting paid on the back end, and you know what I'm saying, after about 40 something thousand streams, hey, they collecting something in their PRO, man. Performance Right Organization. That's what ASCAP, BMI, and SoundScan and SoundScan and there's a couple others or whatnot, but it's Performance Rights Organization. That's what PROs are. Okay, so work out the situation. I have an artist I work with, a couple of them. Matter of fact, a few of them. You know what I'm saying? It literally takes 10 to 15 minutes to register a song, put you, the producer, and the artist or group on the goddamn ASCAP or BMI shit. 10 to 15 minutes and y'all done. That's the first song. The second song's gonna be even easier because y'all information is in the database already. So it's basically just filling out the name, what percentage you got, bam, 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 submit, you're done. That's it. And you start running those streams up. He promote, y'all all promote. Guess what? That money gonna start generating. And then on top of that, if you know what I'm saying, paid for the beat, you got your money up front, and you getting paid in the back end. That's what that's all about. But we have some fuck niggas out there. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If anybody got something to say, you know where I'm at. Keep it 100. Come to me and we could talk. You understand what I'm saying? We got some fuck ass niggas out there. And I'm talking to you, artists and stuff like that. We got some fuck ass artists that try to play producers, and some producers really don't know. And this is where this podcast is all about, because we're here about, you know, teaching you guys what it is that you need to do. Some producers and beat makers just really don't know. They really don't. And this is where you need to get educate it up, business up, start asking questions before you get knee deep into all these different artists or whatnot, and start asking questions. And if they try to beat around the bush, they ain't the nigga for you. You don't need to work with him. It's fucking plenty of thousands of rappers out there you can choose to work with. So the one nigga that you trying to work with and he kind of beating around the bush about paperwork, fuck that nigga, man, for real. Find you another motherfucking rapper that will be gladly ready to work with you. You understand what I'm saying? But try to get paid on the back end. Work that ASCAP and BMI and all that other PRO shit out. Work that shit out. Because when artists reach up to 100,000 streams, that nigga getting some type of money after 6 or 12 months from ASCAP and BMI. You gonna get a check, but you ain't. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be trying to run that shit. They think they pay you $20, $40, $50 and that's good enough. Or if they pay for the exclusive, whatever that price is, they think that's good enough. Nah, get that money on the back end, bro. For real, for real. Another thing I want to talk about is what Mr. Lee was what he spoke on too is, you know what I'm saying, also, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of artists out there that really don't play the loyal game. And that's basically at the end of the audio clip or whatnot, man. And what he meant by, you know what I'm saying, people have a team of, you know what I'm saying, artists is real. This is really funny about artists. And I'm not here to bash artists, but I'm here to call out the bullshit. Okay. So let's get that shit clear. I'm here to call out the bullshit. So a lot of artists out here, man, they work with a nigga. And I can attest to this because this has happened to me so many times. They'll work with a nigga just to get some clout onto their platform. And I'm going to keep it quote unquote platform or for their brand, artistry brand or whatnot. And then you'd have got them to a point where they a healthy rapper, you know what I'm saying? They got quality music, you know what I'm saying? Quality beats, production from you, the producer or beat maker or whatnot. And then, you know what I'm saying, when he get to that status quo, as Mr. Lee was talking about, guess what? Chunk the deuces, my nigga. I'm gonna go fuck with these dudes over here. And then they leave your ass high and dry. Now you done got them to a place where they ain't nothing wrong. But they got a little money in their pocket, they got a little clout, they got a little fame, and then they get that ego. You understand what I'm saying? Go run off to somebody else or whatnot. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying, sometimes you can feel played as a producer and a beat maker. But let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell y'all how I dealt with a lot of that shit. You don't need them niggas, man. Continue doing what you're doing and elevating yourself. Number one, that's what you should be worried about, how to elevate yourself and conform to all the changes in the music industry as a producer and a beat maker. That's the only way you're going to survive in this game and stuff like that. Number one. Number two, don't worry about what another nigga gonna do, because artists are not somebody used to tell me a artist could be your insurance policy, and that's so true. But sometimes that insurance policy can kind of cap out or expire or whatnot, because some artists really don't know how to evolve during time. You understand what I'm saying? So even though you've been working with someone for 5 years, they can fall off because they're not used to, or they can't evolve into or evolve to your production, or evolve into a better artist to change with the times, if that makes any sense. You understand what I'm saying? So if they feel like they need to go fuck with another producer because he's quote unquote hot, let that nigga do what he do. You understand what I'm saying? And you continue to perfect your craft. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of artists that do fuck shit like that, and they don't keep shit loyal. And you always wonder why you have artists that's 40, 50 years old, still going strong in the game, making millions, is because they have a team of people that they work with, that they keep it 100%, and they keep that shit loyal. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. Just like he gave you an example of Kirk Franklin. He wanted to work with Kirk Franklin. He had the opportunity to work with Kirk Franklin. But you want to know why Kirk Franklin is so consistent and he can just fall off and come back? Because he works with the same people. And when you have a solid team like that, and you may have one or two people come in and out throughout the years and shit like that, you may exchange one or two people out because, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine and dandy, but when you got a core core folks that really fuck with you strong, y'all can do some damage in the game or whatnot. And that's what the OG is trying to tell a lot of you guys or whatnot, man. You know what I'm saying? Understanding how to evolve, you know what I'm saying, is the key for a producer. And for artists, understanding how to evolve is important for them as well. But some artists, you know what I'm saying, they have to, you know, they have to play that game of, hey man, look, I gotta get a new sound. And as a producer, I have to respect that, you know what I'm saying? As a producer, I understand. You want a new sound, you need a new sound. Producers, don't get in your feelings about that shit. Let that nigga go. You know what I'm saying? Let them motherfuckers understand it was all good over here, but you see greener pastures, and sometimes it ain't green on the other side. You understand what I'm saying? Because now they're gonna spend out more money, and for a fuck nigga, another producer, they spending out, you know what I'm saying? Like, they used to get beats from you for free. Now they gotta go pay $200 for a beat. And you know what I'm saying? They only get one good song out of it. Or that producer ain't really gonna fuck with them like that. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna come trickling back to you, wanting on that free shit, and you're gonna feed into that. But guess what? What did you get out of return? Did that artist really pay you for all that music you did for 5 years? Did he really pay you? Did he include you on paperwork so you can get paid in the back end? Did he, you know what I'm saying, hey man, I'm looking out on you on some GP shit, man. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Here's some contacts and whatnot. You got to take all of that shit in, man. And we all get caught up in working on the product. We all do, you know what I'm saying? If a nigga tell you he don't, that motherfucker lying, bro. I'm telling you, man. That nigga lying, man. All producers, beat makers, we get caught up on working on the product with the artist, and we get lost a track of things. But we have to make a stance like Mr. Lee saying. We have to understand that, hey, compensation comes first before we even start working. Nigga, what the deal is, bro? Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? If the fuck nigga don't want to talk about it, fuck that nigga, man, for real. If I have somebody out there that disagree with me, come on to the podcast and we can talk about it, man, for real, for real. I'm not trying to start no beef with anybody or anything like that. I'm just calling a spade, man. And that's just what it is, man. We producers have to wake up. We have to understand what our worth is, man. I cannot stress that enough. The OG Mr. Lee told you guys, man, we gotta stop the bullshit, grab our fucking nuts, and understand that, hey, man, we're more powerful. And speaking on why you really don't need an artist in 2020 nowadays is because there's a ton of content that's coming out. And we have a lot of corporate businesses and other small businesses that need music for content. These folks ain't about to go pay for a stranger company on xxxmusic.com and pay a subscription just to get music that they don't know. So I challenge all my producers to understand, you know what I'm saying, how different ways to generate revenue for yourself or for your, you know what I'm saying, your producer brand. And understand how to generate, you know what I'm saying, revenue for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can get out there and find streaming distributions and try to figure out some type of distribution deal you can get in for, you know, making music for small companies. There may be a video editing company out there in your area, and they need music. You know what I'm saying? They need beats to put behind their video footage. You can charge them a little something. Y'all work out a rapport. Bam, there you go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of companies that doing audio books, but they don't have music for it. You know what I'm saying? You can find different ways to find that out. Boom, get it out there. You got TikTok is one of the hottest smoking things right now since COVID-19, man. TikTok has blew up since March, literally, and stuff like that. So TikTok is running out a lot of music, and a lot of people want to use instrumentals to do their thing. What? A lot of times people, they getting hit back on these videos because they're using music that they don't have to. So now the game is going to change after COVID-19 and everything returns. All that music everybody jamming to with other people's music and all that shit. These record companies, when they can get in court, they're going to shut all that shit down. And guess what? You can only probably use an instrumental. And that's where you, the producer, beat maker, going to come in at, man. So kind of look at those different ways as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Movie composing, you know what I'm saying, composing for film and movies and short videos and stuff like that, man. Documentaries. You can make music off of that, you know what I'm saying. doing commercials, you know what I'm saying? All video content, man. You can make music off of that. There's other things. BeatStars got a thing out right now where you can actually sign up and get distribution off of that, off your instrumentals. All you got to do is just, I haven't really looked into it 100% yet, but for judging from what they've been advertising, hey man, they could take your instrumentals and start advertising that and using that into the TikTok and Instagram platforms, because the use and the need for instrumentals, especially in our urban community for us, you know what I'm saying, is definitely popular, and people need beats from lo-fi to trap to whatever it is that you produce. They need that, man. So, you know what I'm saying, know your motherfucking worth, producer. Know your worth, beat maker, and quit letting a motherfucking artist punk you, bro. Straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? They tell you that bullshit, man. Well, man, fucking nigga, I'm the hottest nigga, man. If a nigga start out talking about he the hottest nigga and he doing this and doing that, and you can't go do your research and find some healthy shit, that nigga ain't for you, bro. Telling y'all, man, I've been in this game, and when the nigga start talking that shit, all right, bro, that's what's up. And I'll play it how I play it. Hey, you gonna either show me or that. And if it don't go that way, you ain't gonna hear shit from me. Straight up and down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, man, if you're a producer and a beat maker, you can also better yourself, man, by getting music education, bro. And what I mean by that is we got all these online courses where you can learn how to mix, you can learn how to produce professionally, you learn how to score, you can learn how to, you know what I'm saying, get a certificate in the programs that you use or whatnot. All that shit. People used to tell you, man, you don't need school. You can just go on YouTube University and all that shit. Let me tell you something, bro. Don't listen to anybody to tell you you can't better yourself with some type of education, especially in something that you love to do, man, because I can tell you firsthand that getting an education in music production / audio recording, getting a degree in that, it definitely works in different ways. You understand what I'm saying? Just getting a degree in audio recording technology, they don't just teach you everything about music. They teach you other shit, you know what I'm saying, from social media, how to promote yourself, how to run a business, how to work with video, how to sync your music with sync your music with film and video, all the 9 yards, man. You learn a lot of different things. So if you got a motherfucker out there hating on you and telling you, man, you can't, man, that's just a waste of time, give that nigga the 2 of these right here, man, for real. Cause that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I sacrificed the time. I sacrificed a daughter to pursue my dreams on getting some type of degree. After I got deployed, I got fucked out of my 4-year degree because I lost interest of it. And I found a new love for audio production. And I was going to school for broadcasting. I was going to be, yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, DJ Super Mario. You know what I'm saying? You're tuned into 93.3. Woo, 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 woo. That's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen that way. So I had to restructure my life and make some sacrifices. And I found out, hey, you can go to school for audio production / recording, get a degree behind it, accredited degree, and it can open up a lot of other doors for a lot of different things. On top of that, you could probably find a job and get benefits of. Now, a lot of people ain't gonna tell you that, and I only got a few more minutes left, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it off. A lot of people don't tell you that, man, but you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to chase the producer dream, yeah, you can make millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, and work with all these type of people, but do you have benefits? Do you have some type of way to, you know what I'm saying, consistently get paid or whatnot? You know what I'm saying? I have a 9 to 5, and that's my plan B. I'm working in my plan B, but when I get off the plan B after 5 o'clock, then I have what you see right now, the On The Beat podcast, me being a producer, me being able to mix and master other, you know what I'm saying, other people's music and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting money from that. I learned from working at my plan B 9 to 5, learned how to do video and photo. So now I can generate revenue from that. So now I got 2 streams of revenue coming in. Then I got the 9 to 5, which is, you know what I'm saying, how I pay all my major bills and stuff like that. I can go, you know what I'm saying, I can go to the doctor, you feel what I'm saying, fix my teeth, get my eyes checked and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be smart about how you can utilize education to make it work for you. And then when you get where you need to get at, you can say, man, I don't need that shit no more. Fuck that 9 to 5. I got a degree in what I do. Bam. Bam, there it is right there. Then you hit the people off with, man, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm a producer and I got an education behind this. Woo, woo, boom. That's clout right there. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different ways, just to end everything off, man. There's a lot of different ways you can, you know what I'm saying, build, you know what I'm saying, revenue for yourself, man. Never let anybody, you know what I'm saying, wash out your dreams. Never let nobody fuck over you. Never let no fuck nigga feed your bullshit straight up and down, man. This has been your boy Super Mario, man. I just kind of I wanted to play that clip with Mr. Lee, man, because he really dropped some gems for the producer community. And a lot of people really didn't see that. I saw the numbers. I was like, I need to touch on that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told me to touch on that right there for you producers and beat makers, man. Artists, I'm sorry if I felt like I bashed you. Hey, it is what it is, man. But I had to talk those big facts, man, and state the facts and whatnot for my producer community and everything like that. And for my people, man, so they can get taken care of and, you know what I'm saying, fulfill their dreams in a responsible way. You feel what I'm saying? And if a fuck nigga feel how it is, man, nigga, go fuck yourself, man, and get like somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? Build your own shit or whatnot and quit feeding off of a producer's talent when you don't have talent to get business, man. So basically what I'm saying is, artists, you need to run a business. Treat your artistry as a business, conduct business, and you ain't gotta go out there and have bad business. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Producers, build good business in the beginning, and you ain't got shit to worry about, and you ain't gotta do what Mr. Lee gotta do and go and get your bread, because motherfuckers gonna be smelling cologne here pretty soon, man. We don't want to smell cologne. If you from the South, you know what that slogan mean, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna smell mama cologne, man. And it don't need to get to that point, bro. We just need to do shit right the first time, and everything gonna be good. And artists, please hold your loyalty, man. If you found a producer and that motherfucker work and the formula work, keep that shit rolling. You gonna go out there and waste your time over bullshit. Then you gonna have to come and try to look stupid trying to explain yourself. You feel me? Man, look, man, now my time is running out and everything like that. This has been your boy Super Mario on the Beat.podcast, man. This is where it's at, man. I felt like I didn't need to do a song break because we need to talk about this, man. We really do, man. You guys can follow at on the Beat.podcast anytime on Instagram. And you know what I'm saying, feel free if you want to get on the show, man, feel free to DM us or shoot us a email, man. Yes, we have our own email now, man. No more JCS Productions with the Z at gmail.com. Reach us at onthebeat.podcast@gmail.com if you want to get on the show, or simply DM us on Instagram and we'll get you scheduled and taken care of, man. I invite all my business owners, all my entrepreneurs, music professionals, artists, producers, beat makers. Y'all come on the show, man. It's a good platform. We talk about your shit. It's all about you when you come on the Beat.podcast, man. This has been your host, Super Mario. You can follow me on IG at Super Mario _producer. And also, man, you can check out the YouTube page. Just go on YouTube, search Super SUPA Mario, and you can check out all the full videos in its entirety, man. This has been your boy, Super Mario, man. We out of this joint, man. Get off that fuck shit, man. We out, man. Peace.